Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hexen. In the last episode we paid visits to Darkmere and the Caves of Circe, and we found the two keys hidden in those maps, as well as one of the 6 puzzle switches in this hub. In this episode we'll find our remaining key as well as the remaining 5 puzzle switches, and hopefully we will be able to actually finish the hub in this episode. Before we begin, I'd just like to mention that my HUD has become a little bit bigger because some viewers had pointed out that it was very hard to see, so I found a setting in Doom that actually allowed me to scale it up a bit, so hopefully this will be okay. With that said, let's get cracking. This is the Wastelands, and this is probably my least favorite map of the entire game, actually, because it is quite big and maze-like and confusing, and I spent hours trying to figure this map out back in the day, fortunately we will only have to visit this map once with the order I'm doing. Well, gee, one should almost think that was intentional. Wink wink. Anyway, clear out the enemies here and be especially careful about these chaos serpents over there. And once they're dead, head on down here. Alright, this map is very structured around these tunnels here, and I am just gonna pick off these afrits so we don't have to deal with them later, but we're actually gonna start by heading this way. We will first find the key of this map, and to do that we need to come down here and pick off any afrits that we activate along the way. Just gonna clear out this area, but we're actually not going to do anything here just yet. Alright. Continue on. And after we've picked up these afrits here, find this wall segment. You can press it to make it rotate, and it can crush you, so be careful, and be careful about this brown chaos serpent right on the other side. Alright, get the flechettes ready and come up here, because we have some centaurs to deal with, which we're just gonna do in the usual fashion. Come on. Oh, this guy's tough. Just gonna give him... There we go. There's some stalkers down in this slime here, so let's just deal with those real quick. Technically don't have to, but the health is good. So pick up the goodies and come over here to this area. There are quite a bit of afrits here that will activate as you move further ahead. And yeah, if you fall down, press that switch to lower this platform segment to get back up. Just pick off these afrits very methodically. Alright, there we go. And here we have the key of this level, which is the horn key. Picking up the horn key causes every other pillar in this little walkway here to vanish, so if you're very good you can make the run back in one go, but I will probably fail, but here goes. Hey, I actually made it. Alright. Yeah. that's all we can do here, so come down here again, and now we are going to find the 2 puzzle switches on this hub. So we are gonna come back here to this area, because here we can use the cave key. Pressing that wall segment reveals a portal that would lead to the caves of Circe, as well as lowering the cage around this teleporter. We're gonna step into the teleporter and immediately dispose of all the Afrits in here. Oh, I am so close to dying here. Just remedy that real quick. Right. Alright. Shortly after you step in here, this star bridge appears, so step up here and be sure to pick off the Afrits that come popping out of the opening up there. Pick up some health if you need it. Ready the Arc of Death and immediately take out this brown Chaos Serpent. Got a Mystic Urn, always nice, as well as the puzzle switch. Alright. 1/6 of the puzzle has been solved on the Shadow Wood. So, come up these stairs and again. And open this wall to get out. And unless I'm mistaken, we need to head this way now. Yeah, you want to be careful about these pikes that's coming out of the ground, by the way. They will kill you if you stand on them. So we come over to this area where we have another ledge with brown Chaos Serpents, quite similar to the one we had right after the start of the level. So just pick off all the enemies here and try and avoid getting hit. Alright. Gonna come in here and find this grave walled area. There are a lot of centaurs in here, so keep your Arc of Death at the ready. These some tough suckers today. Alright. Come here, you. Yeah, and as soon as you kill a sufficient number of the centaurs, this wall here in this area will lower. And you need to be careful here, because there are a lot of stalker bosses down in this slime here, so take them out. And keep your quartz flasks at the ready, in case you have any accidents. I think that was all. Oh, no, we got one more. There we go. I want to, before we go up there, I want to just see if I can find the correct opening. I think it's this one over here, actually. Yes! There's a very dark tunnel here, and this would actually be as good a place as any, I guess, to show off the torch item. As you can see, it lights up the area significantly. So come down here, watch out for that brown Chaos Serpent, and there is a porcalator here immediately before a very deep pit. It's a quite nasty surprise when you come in here without lighting on and just suddenly fall to your death. Continue on here. Come up this small passage here to come up to the ledge where we saw those brown chaos serpents, and here we have a new item. These are the boots of speed, and they work as advertised in that they allow you to run very fast for a few seconds when you use them. So come back down here. And come down to this area here. This is where we need the swamp key. A nice little detail about this that I don't think I've mentioned before is you can see how the level distinctively changes theme once you enter the areas where you need the keys from another map. For example, this area here is distinctively swamp-like because this is where we needed the swamp key. Anyway, once you've dealt with these centaurs, let's just get the last one, there we go. Pull this switch to reveal this large structure in the center over here. Just pick off all the enemies, and there are a lot of them. And be careful for these brown chaos serpents, they like to shoot their green globs at you. Just gonna switch to the Arc of Death real quick here. There we go. Now, before we head up into that structure, I just want to come down here and come up this passageway here. I'm taking a beating here. Because quite similar to the way we were before, we can now get up to the other ledge where this was over where we started. And here we have yet another new item, and this one is very powerful. This is the Crater of Might. When you use it, it will instantly refill your entire reserves of both colors of mana. And some of the tougher boss fights later in the game will certainly require you to use it in order to have enough ammo to get through. Anyway, once that is done, we come up into this center area here, and in the pool there we find yet another Crater of Might. And picking it up causes a lot of enemies to warp in, so be prepared for that. It's only Ettins, so they are pretty easy to take out real quick. Alright. Run around and pick up any goodies you need. And once you've done that, come over to this door. Now, this door is a little bit weird in that it won't always open. I think there's a line diff or two somewhere you have to cross in order for it to open. It might also be that it's timed, but anyway. Once it's open, head in here and head to the behind the portal to find the puzzle switch. Alright. And because we needed the swamp key to get in here, this portal will take us to Darkmere, and we are actually gonna go through it. So, now that we have both the horn key and the cave key, we can find both puzzle switches in this map. So in order to do so, we're just gonna come back over to this area. I already mentioned the door needing the cave key, but we'll do that last. We'll do the horn key first, and to do so, come down into the kitchen, and opposite from the fireplace we went through before, there is this switch. And we have yet another fireplace with a hidden passage, so come up here and find the door needing the horn key. Now this is another revolving door, so be careful. And dispose of any enemies. Come over here and find these stairs, and watch out for the brown chaos serpents. Said I, and immediately take 2 hits directly to the face. Alright. Technically don't need to kill these Hetens, but I like to do so anyway. And here's the puzzle switch. 1/6 of the puzzle has been solved. Alright. That's all we need to do here, so let's head on out. And head back down. And come back up here to the door needing the cave key. Pull the switch to lower the elevator. And come back down here. This is yet another narrow corridor with a lot of Afri, so watch your health. Now in this room, take the right passage down. Come down to this big room here. Trigger the Afrits and pick them off. Alright. Puzzle switch here can be a bit tricky to see, or easy to miss rather. It's hidden behind the statue here. So pull it to get another 1/6 of the puzzle and continue down here to find this portal. Now this portal leads to the caves of Circe, and if you've been paying attention you might realize that that is actually the only place we still need to pull a puzzle switch. So let's head right in here. Alright. Now to find the remaining puzzle switch here, come down this way. And again take the left, and this was where we headed to the right, but instead continue down left and come in here. Now this door can be a bit tricky to find, but what you need is to come up here, and here it is. And here's the puzzle switch. Now, this portal leads us back to the Wastelands, from where we can just turn on our spot and head directly back to the Shadow Woods. So that's by far the fastest way, but we are actually gonna stay a bit longer here, because there's actually something I would like to pick up while we're here. So let's come up here again, and this time move down here. Also, this is the way you would normally get out of the caves of Circe if you hadn't found any of the keys. So come up here and carefully drop down here for Another porcalator, alright. Jump back up and pick up all the items. Grab any goodies you need. Alright. Head into this teleporter to get teleported back up here to where we have the portal leading back to the Shadowwood. Alright. That's all 6 puzzle switches, so let's come back up here. And now all 6 images have been lit up, and yeah, the door has opened. Let's just gonna take out the enemies in here real quick. Alright. Now, this portal leads on, but we are not gonna go through it just yet, and I actually think this will be a good place to stop this video. So thanks for watching, and see you all soon.